Being an avid outdoorsman, it's very easy to develop a deep appreciation for history. The stories, the people, the cultures of years past. I guess I've always been this way. As a teenager, I'd often be found by a campfire, wondering what it would be like to be a Daniel Boone or a Davy Crockett. 15 or so years later, not much has changed. Intertwined with the history, however, are the other stories. The hunting stories, the urban legends, the strange encounters. And like everyone else, I'm a sucker for a good ghost story. But I often find that even with these tall tales, there's a hint of truth that helps you understand the history, the people, a little better. After a few strange encounters of my own, I've taken an interest in searching for answers, the truth. I like to think of myself as some modern Indiana Jones, but in reality I may simply be the cat that was killed by curiosity. So our story begins in the southeastern part of Mississippi, on a place called the Pascagoula River. In the late 18th century, there lived two Native American tribes, the Biloxi and the Pascagoula. It is believed that these were offshoots of the Choctaw tribe. Pascagoula roughly translates to bread eaters. So the reasons these two tribes clash is up for some speculation. Like many urban legends, the finer details of the story change with the teller throughout time. Some speculate that it was two star-crossed lovers, a la Romeo and Juliet, between the two tribes. But for whatever reason, it is said that the two did do battle. And the Pascagoula tribe, being faced with the option to be overcome, killed, or even enslaved, they had but one escape from their captors. The men, women, and children all waded into the Pascagoula until they were seen never again, committing mass suicide and escaping their captors. Now, whether this actually happened or not, no one knows. But we do know one thing. There was a tribe of Native Americans called the Pascagoula, and in the early 19th century they vanished without a trace, seemingly extinct for no apparent reason. It doesn't take much of a search to see that the Pascagoula is known as the Singing River. Locals up to present day claim of hearing a supernatural humming noise, a sing-song. One legendary account tells of Native Americans and a missionary hearing the strange noise and seeing a mermaid emerge from the water. And the noise was her singing and trying to coax the men into the water to their deaths. Now, I, for one, don't believe in mermaids or such things, but this humming, this supernatural tone, has been reported all over North America for hundreds of years. And it's usually in some of the strangest places in the country, like Skinwalker Ranch. But with that, let's move a little further south. Off the Mississippi Gulf Coast is a small island called Deer Island. This small island is a wildlife sanctuary where fishermen and explorers alike can enjoy. Though extremely close to the mainland, this isn't a barrier island. It's actually part of the mainland that is broken off. This story was put in a newspaper in the 1920s, and even then, it was thought to be over 100 years old. But here goes. Two fishermen decided to camp for the night on the island, exhausted from a hard day of fishing. They heard a noise and turned around, only to be completely horrified. What the men claimed to see was a skeleton, standing upright, but without his skull, arms, a torso, and two legs. The two men, horrified, ran back to their fishing boats, where they stayed till after dawn. It was only in the daylight that they would come back to try and retrieve their gear. Upon doing so, they claimed, right where the skeleton had been standing, that there were gold coins scattered everywhere. The two men gathered their things and went back to the city of Biloxi and quickly began telling the townspeople of their horrifying encounter. The townspeople of Biloxi were quick to offer a response. As the legend goes, a pirate and his crew had been hiding a treasure on the island, and the pirate, the captain, presumably looking for traders, asked for any volunteers that would stay and guard the treasure while they went back to the mainland. One young boy foolishly said yes. With one quick and mighty blow, the captain decapitated the poor boy with his blade, and it is said that his spirit haunts the island to this day, guarding the treasure. Now, I, for one, don't believe in ghosts and such things, but this next story has a bit more credibility. This is not the only spirit said to haunt Deer Island. The firewater ghost is said by many accounts to be a sailor who was lost at sea and never returned, and he's still searching for his way back to the mainland. Many first-hand accounts describe it as a blue ball of light or a blue ball of fire, moving about to and fro. Some would even go on to describe it as an orb. As I said before, I don't necessarily believe in ghosts. However, I have seen these strange lights, these orbs, up close and personal. Now, much of these stories can be written off as simply superstition or man's fear of the unknown. But if there's one thing this adventurer has learned over the years is that somewhere in these legends is a small sliver of truth. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all the support. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I'm very excited about that. If you've enjoyed this new series, please like and leave a comment below. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, yes, these are my real glasses, and Mama, I very rarely smoke. God bless.